We're going to start with practice number 10. There's about reference point. A reference point is basically a point that you establish as a reference so you can do an action if the robot reached that point. So you specify some positions that you configure or you establish, and depending on the movement of the robot, if the robot reaches that position that you establish, it will do an action that you want. Normally is used so you can make a reference, or you can establish a workspace so the robot is safe and in its control, and you don't want the robot to be out of those tolerances. So we're going to start. We are going to click menu, and then we are going to go to setup. Now in setup, well, normally we are going to here, and then we are going to reference position, but we are already in here. So this is where you can enable or disable this type of sections. For example, if you want to modify them, you want to click number F. We have to move to make for example, you need to specify the the things that you are want to modify. So for example, here you make a comment, you enter it, and then I don't know. For example, we are going to click P, and then we are going to number 10. So because it's practice number 10, now we have now we have our comment. So the next thing that we want to do is, for example, if we want to habilitate or disabilitate the position, the reference position, we get to here and enable disable, we change it. We can modify them in F4 or F5 to disable or enable. Then there is it's a valid home. This is aspect, so we can make the reference to according to the initial position. So you want to modify it if you want to change the initial position. Then the other thing is practice the signal definition. So this will be, you can specify the type of sign that you are going to modify. For example, then we can see that we have DO and RO. So DO is for a digital output, and R is for the robot output. So you can either use one of those to modify them. And now we have the joints, and we can assign the values. We can assign either we have plus and some value, and less than a value. So you can make like a reference, like you can establish the higher and the lower values that the robot can reach, and you can establish also the tolerance for what you want to do. For example, we are going to go and do the specification. We already did the comment, but in here, in this practice, an example is make an enable. This part, we are going to select we are going to keep it in false. We're going to get a digital output, and we are going to give it the value of 80. And when we enter the value, and then in the joint, we can record the positions. If we do not know the exact values, that it's mostly the case, we are going to the joint number 1. We click record, we click shift, and then we click record, and that's that position of the robot. And then we take it to another position, and that's another position that is the one that we do not want. So that's how you establish those values. And if it gets to those values, well, it will stop. So that's will basically be it for practice number 10 about reference points.